Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing good out there. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Today I'm going to talk about water dragons because I see people talk. A lot of people just seem to give them a bad reputation that I really don't think they deserve at all. As far as being a pet, um, every time I see a person do a review on the worst reptiles, they always put Chinese water dragons at the top of the list. Like everything that goes wrong is their fault. And it's just not like that because, for one of the main problems is people put them in a glass aquarium, and then their beautiful Chinese water dragon starts to look horrible. Maybe its face rubs off or it loses its color. Or maybe it dies. But it's not the lizard's fault. And another thing, people say that it's a cheap pet. People buy these cheap lizards, and I don't know if they've been paying attention, but Chinese water dragons haven't been imported for a while now. I don't remember the exact date of the CITES too, but it's been years now. You haven't been able to purchase Chinese water dragons cheap, unless you find one off of Craigslist that someone's getting rid of, which, like I said, usually they're not in the best condition at that point. So, well, they're not really lizards you can just pick up anywhere right now, and they never will be again. You'll have to get them from breeders from now on. And the other thing is, yeah, they're just not bad pets at all. They don't hiss. They don't hide. They don't really bite. Yeah, there's nothing too crazy about them except for they do need a large, place to live with lots of water. And that's on the person who gets the animal to provide that. If the person doesn't provide the animal with what it needs, it doesn't make the animal a bad pet. It just makes, it a neglected animal. These are, in my opinion, probably as close as we could get to a Fiji banded iguana, even though it's not related to an iguana. And the males don't look as much like them as the females, but to me they're even more beautiful. And my males really have different colors. All of them have different personalities. The only one I haven't been able to tame is Gracie, and she's still a great lizard. But yeah, no, I think they're excellent pets, and you just got to know what you're getting into. And give them a lot of space. You got to give them a lot of heat, a lot of water, room to run around. Don't put them in a box. I know not everyone can give them a full room, but these grow tents are perfect. You can see my self-in dragon, which is even a harder species to take care of than a Chinese water dragon, although they'll never get the bad reputation the water dragon gets. But other species is much harder to take care of. But he is doing great in this grow tent right here, so this would be great for a Chinese water dragon too. One thing about him, I mean, this might even be too small for a pair, to tell you the truth. This room, but I mean, who's to say? Maybe it's not. You just gotta watch them. Like I said, they all act different. What's really funny, and I can show you a video tonight. I can shoot a video when they go to bed. I almost did it the last couple nights, but these two stay away from each other during the day. They don't mate with each other, but I bought them together as a pair, and the person I bought them from said they were kept together, but they instantly bit each other right when, right when I put them together in here. And then pretty much since then they just stay away from each other. They kind of respect each other. I think they maybe have had some fights and they don't want to fight, but they don't like each other. But at nighttime, they will find each other and they'll both sleep right here. And she'll be cuddled up to him. So it's like the way these guys interact. I don't really understand it myself, but I've been observing it and watching it. She doesn't cuddle with anybody at night. She sleeps by herself a long way. She's right there. Yeah, she stays by herself. But I have seen her locked up with Jack. Jack gets along with the ladies. I've never seen him really be mean to any of them, but he was locked up with all the female water dragons that I've had that are adults. You know, one story I haven't told you is I did have another female water dragon, Miao Yin. I have a new Miao Yin now in there, but she passed away. The last time she laid eggs, she passed away. And one thing about her, I did get 2 babies from her. The same month I got babies from Gracie, but I got them mixed up and I don't know which ones were hers. And then I actually had a baby get eaten by a centipede, which was crazy. I didn't know what happened for a while, but then I found a big centipede in here, and that's all I can think they could have done that. And now I have a baby with a back growing funny, and I have one in here with, this just hasn't grown at all, little green sleeves. So anyway, I held all my babies back, but they haven't all been the perfect babies. They look like when they were all born. When they were born, they all look identical. You can tell them apart. And now I kind of can tell them apart. Anyways, I hope I'm not starting to get off subject here and ramble on, but the Chinese water dragon is a really cool pet, but you gotta realize this is an exotic animal. And if you're gonna get a pet like this, it's gonna take work. And that's just the way it is. Even a bearded dragon, I think people could do a lot better than an aquarium. I think they would rather have a grow tent like this. Over here, or like this. So yeah, if you want to get a Chinese water dragon, they can make an excellent pet. Just don't put them in a box, don't put them in a cage, an aquarium. You know, give yourself a closet or a grow tent with lots of water, lots of, if you can, a tree. This avocado tree I grew from seed has just gotten out of control. I've never seen an avocado tree look like this. It's the way I trained it and bent it, but that's just an avocado, one avocado tree. All those leaves over there, just a huge avocado tree that I grew. So I do have a 8 light T5 above them. That's for the plants and the lizards, but that's why I'm able to grow trees in here. I know that even in a grow tent it would be hard to grow something like that. Well, not really, but you wouldn't have to, just some big plants. I can't believe the Southland dragon doesn't destroy these, but I did have one of these get destroyed by the water dragons, or maybe the bearded dragon. But this guy actually, he climbs this plant too, but he hasn't killed any of these. Maybe bend them over a little bit, but yeah. Don't put any tiny plants in there with a big lizard, but if you have some big plants, or better yet, some trees. This is a big lemon tree, Meyer lemon tree that I've had for years and years. Before I ever started this room, I was growing this tree. So this is another massive indoor tree. I used to have it in a greenhouse. Now it's under this 8 light T5. I have 2 of those going. I also have another avocado tree I grew from seed. And that vine back there, those leaves, you see them all over. That's a kiwi vine that I grew from seed as well. And right now I have a bunch of dragon fruit starts over there I should transplant. And hopefully I have a bunch of dragon fruit in here as well. But yeah, if you got a big tree like that, nothing's gonna destroy it. Maybe a water monitor, which is probably another lizard you wouldn't see on the list. Maybe you will see it on the list of worst pets. And maybe that doesn't deserve that either, I don't think any of these Animals deserve that reputation. I think people just got to know what they're getting into and make sure they can provide for whatever they're getting before they get it. And I'm lucky to be able to do what I'm doing now. You know, if there ever came a point where I wasn't able to do this, you know, it would suck for these animals, but I would look for the best home I could find and pass it on to the next person, you know, who I think would be the most interested in best home for them. But for now, and hopefully for the rest of my life, I'll be taking care of these animals. Maybe not these exact ones, but these bloodlines. And yeah, I don't think I got everything I wanted to talk about. I think there's a lot of things that I missed out, so I might do a part 2 to this video, or just another day, carry on with some things that I forgot to mention. Maybe I'll write things down next time, so I'll remember to talk about everything I want to talk about. But the main thing is Chinese water dragons they're not really that easy to find, and they're not the worst pet in the world either. But just like anything, I think if you wanted a emerald tree monitor, if you wanted, there is a little bit different. Some things, they don't rub their faces the way that sailfin dragons and water dragons rub their face when you put them in glass. So that's something you do have to watch out for these guys, but it doesn't make them horrible pets. You just have to know that. And if you put them in glass and that happens, then, you know, it's not necessarily your fault if you didn't know, but it doesn't take much work to type in Chinese water dragons and do a little research, and you'll see that a lot of people will tell you don't put them anywhere they can see the other side. This window up here works fine. I got a window that my bearded dragon loves to stare out all day, and they don't rub their face on that. But if they're contained and the only way out is that window, they're gonna try to get on the other side of it. They'll jump into it and rub their face on it. So yeah, grow tents are great for water dragons if you want a pet water dragon, and make sure you keep them warm. You know, do the research on the temperatures and give them a nice substrate, some big tub of water, maybe a waterfall if you want to make it look nice, foggers. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can build your own little piece of, you know, the rainforest in your house inside of a grow tent, and I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah, please hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. If I already said that, probably leave a comment, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.